All right. Good evening, everyone. JP Costa. Excited about our opportunity meeting this evening. And if you're on the call this evening for the first time, obviously a massive welcome. This evening is going to be a little bit more about, obviously sharing a little bit about the product. We're going to cover a little bit more about the business. We're going to have, actually this evening, we've only got presidential directors. Now, presidential directors are people that have actually got more than sort of between, 400 and 600 customers. At least more than 400 customers. I think all of these in the call this evening have got more than 600 customers. So it's really incredible. So we're going to have lots of fun this evening. We're going to obviously go through the presentation regarding the plan. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome evening. And I'm very, very grateful to all the presidentials taking the time out to share this evening. So I'm just, okay, if all of you can just make sure you're not sharing your screen. I just want to quickly make sure that no one shares their screen because we're only supposed to be having the people that are sharing this evening online. So let me just quickly make sure that doesn't happen. If I can maybe ask you some of the presidentials, if anyone's like making their video, putting the video on, if you could just help me turn it off. Just makes it a bit easy because it can be quite a distraction when people are busy trying to do the presentation. So anyways, so what we're going to do this evening, we're going to start off with a quick video, and I will obviously do the QR code at a later stage again, maybe just before I do the presentation or as we get into the presentation. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a very, very quick video. It's going to be about 3-4 minutes long, just while we wait for some people to get on as well. So just bear with me. I'm going to obviously just make this go live. Share sound. There we go. And this is going to be a video about the OTR patent. So it's not too long. It's by Dr. Steve Nugent. And if you on the call this evening for the first time, it's definitely going to be of value.
Since its establishment in 1994, Mannatech has always insisted on using science to create reliable and effective nutraceuticals. The best proof of this is that these 25+ years, we have obtained a total of 143 patents. Patents have a 20-year lifespan, and there are currently 95 valid patents and 9 more patents that are in the process of approval at this time. Mannatech excels and strives for excellence through patents, but most of the companies in the nutrition and healthcare industry have few or no patents. This means the science and product validation behind patents places Mannatech far above the competition. Behind these 143 patents is Mannatech's effort to research, validate, and acquire each patent. In terms of product development, product verification, and intellectual property protection, Mannatech has made significant investments. The benefits that these investments bring to the company are not as immediate as the investments in advertising or marketing, and that's why other companies in the industry choose not to invest as heavily in patents as Mannatech. But why is Mannatech so different? Because we think about the long term by investing in the future. From the time the company was first established, we wanted to make Mannatech a world leader in the scientifically proven nutrition industry. We know that while developing better products, it's also important to protect these scientific and technological achievements. And by applying for patents, it's the best way to protect our products from theft or forgery. This protection helps Mannatech to be able to continuously invest in scientific research and development and has a positive impact on the company's long-term sustainable goals. And this is extremely valuable to our associates and our customers to have products that are unique to Mannatech that cannot be duplicated. The benefits of obtaining patents are numerous, but the process of obtaining patents is long and difficult. To patent a product, it must be innovative, creative, and useful to the industry it serves, each of which is very difficult to achieve. Therefore, the fact that Mannatech consistently obtained patents in many countries proves that you can rely on our products to make a difference in your life. Manitech's pursuit of science is not limited to obtaining patents. We have 17 human clinical studies to date, including 13 double-blind placebo-controlled studies, and those are the gold standard for scientific research. Manitech has been working hard to make people enjoy a healthier life through patented and exclusive products that we create. And because of the power of technology and the authority of patents, Manitech's associates are more convincing and persuasive when promoting products. And at the same time, Manitech can also prevent competitors from infringing on our intellectual property. And this enables our associates to provide the one-of-a-kind products. Perhaps Manitech products are not the cheapest nutritional supplements on the market, but Manitech products are the most scientifically proven nutritional supplements that you can trust. With exclusive technologies, exclusive ingredients, cutting-edge human double-blind placebo-controlled scientific research, and the power of patents, you can believe in Manitech.
All right, awesome, man. I'm glad I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm actually glad I showed that. Obviously adds a massive amount of value. Just to be able to see sort of that, Manitech is really a research and development company, always going out of their way to try and make sure that they bring the best possible products to market. We've had an awesome week this week. Just on Tuesday night, we had a fantastic Tuesday Night Live. And sort of what we're doing on a weekly basis is doing these opportunity meetings where we're sort of getting people to share a little bit about their story and how they obviously came across Manitech and why they're excited about this, and what some of the products have done for them. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier, that all the speakers on the call this evening are all presidential directors and above, which is really, really awesome to have a big bunch of presidentials like that all together, coming from all over South Africa, and not just in one area. They're from, some of them from small towns, some of them from bigger cities. So anyway, so what I'd like to do this evening, I would obviously like to ask Andrew Lilly, who's him and his wife Francis are presidential directors all the way from Bloemfontein, just to quickly so Andrew, I'm just want to check if your video is working. If you can maybe just put your video on. Can I just make you a co-host, so it should be able to work. Okay, so we're just waiting for Andrew. Right. Yes, okay. There we go, Andrew. I'm not seeing you yet. It's still a bit black. But I'm sure it's going to come on now. Okay, if you just try do something here. Okay, now your video is still off.
Stop and start again.
Maybe just start it again. Otherwise, what we'll do, Andrew, while you're trying to sort that out, what I can always do is we can ask the next speaker to come on so long while we wait for you, just to keep things going. So maybe what I'm going to do then is okay. Let's just quickly check if it's working now. Okay, it's just completely black. It's just a blank. Okay, so what I'm going to do, unless you maybe just share, maybe everyone can just listen. We obviously won't see your video then, but maybe if you just want to share then, so long we can just keep it, obviously without the video.
Yeah, we can do that. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I'm Andrew Lilly. So the whole Manitech came over our lives. Michaela, our eldest, were always constantly since 10 months been sick. Doctors, the whole time, like every second week, we took her to the doctor and got medication and all that. And from there, we started using products for her. And from there, our almost weekly visits turned into non-visits at all. Like I can't even remember when last we took her to the doctor. Buddy, since he was born, he was on the products, so he actually never we never had need to take him to a doctor or anything. So that's the big thing that got me hooked on the products. And then I were in a motorcycle accident a year and a half ago. And throughout the whole recovery process and all that, now back at work and all that, yes, my cardio balance is a lifesaver for me. If I don't take a cardio balance every morning and every night, yes, I get pains in my leg, and I actually struggle to walk. So that's really, for me, it's one of the best top products that I can use. And yeah, and from there, we actually, when we started out with the products for Michaela, we didn't even know about a business, and then we got introduced to the business, and yeah, it all just took off from there. And the big why for me is I'm in the construction industry, so most of my customers is all contractors all over. So now I can help them out with their supplements. And the best feeling is when they get into the office and said, yes, that stuff that you gave me last week, amazing. I feel so good and all that. So just that feedback from your customer that you have, that is really one of the best things that I can say that that's in the business. So yeah, that's what I've got.
Awesome, Andrew. Thank you very much for sharing, man. I'm sorry your video didn't work. These things obviously happen. I remember Dr. Nugent always said high tech is not always a good thing because sometimes it doesn't end up working. So it's always important to keep it simple. But anyway, but thank you for sharing. I'm sure everyone would have heard you loud and clear. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I know also your wife Frances has had incredible results with the product. I mean, so I mean, I know you obviously, I think you sort of see the miracle every single morning, every single day, in fact. So thank you very much for sharing. Really, really appreciate that. And then next up, I'm going to ask Rulene Faber, who is a presidential director. I know Rulene very, very well. She's always on the incentives. She's helped a lot of people on the product. Is a massive, almost like I want to say the mother of a big group. She looks after all of them, and she's got a massive passion for people and helping people and traveling. I know she's got a big passion for traveling, so I'm very, very excited to have her on the call this evening. She's making a big contribution to a lot of people, just not only from a time point of view, and she's a massive inspiration to a lot of women all over the country. So Rulene, the floor is yours, the floor is all yours. So looking forward to hearing you share this.
Thank you so much, JP. I really appreciate it. I want to first thank my amazing upline, Gold Presidential, Alet Perry and Quentin van Zyl. And I want to thank my mentor, who's working in the engine room, Bronze Presidential, Sylvan Prinsloo. And I want to thank JP for your initiative and with everything that you just do for our team. Sometimes I'm amazed. I'm actually having a file in front of me with a whole dash, so I'm super psyched up, so I'm super excited about that. But I want to say hi, champions, because this meeting is about you as champions. And I want to tell you a quick story about my favorite product. Last year, with my birthday, my sister came to visit, and we went to my parents and we spent the day. And the evening, we arrived at home, and I know her favorite drink is dark red champagne or champagne. And I said, I've got it. I'm going to open it for us. We're going to have it. And needless to say, the evening when I went to bed, I took off my boot, and suddenly it felt my ankle. There's something wrong with my ankle. And I just told James, perhaps I broke my ankle. There's something wrong. Went to sleep, and the next morning I was unable to do anything. I couldn't even get out of bed. My sister had to drag me out of bed. Eventually landed up at the doctor, did all the tests, etc. And then it came back. My uric acid is a count of 44, extremely high. So it formed crystals around my ankles, which caused a massive swelling and pain. And thanks for Manatech, I discovered this amazing product, Sport. I don't know if you ever heard of Sport. Initially, I used it after I gym because it's a post-workout product. But you know what? Dr. Steve Nugent came to visit South Africa, and he said that, you know, the lactic acid actually after your exercise or severe exercise built up between your muscles, and that caused severe pain. And mostly he suggests that, that we use Sport as a product because it controls your sugar or your blood sugar levels, as well as it modulates your uric acid and your lactic acid. So this is my favorite product on the moment. So if you don't have it, order it for you, because you know what? Sometimes we just don't know what gold amazing products we have in our hands. And next, I want to tell you about my story. I was a boutique owner for quite some time. My upline, Alette Marie van Sail, Gold Presidential Director, popped into my shop. I didn't knew her I knew her parents, but I didn't knew her well. But, you know, I just want to thank her for having the guts to come into my shop and approach me and showed me this amazing product and take me by my hand and showed me how to do this business. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been here. But my why initially was 5,000 Rand a month. That was my why. I wanted to go and travel twice a year overseas, and that was that. And as soon as I grow in the business and I had this amazing leaders that were born out of this business, and we just all went together, and yeah, and then at first it was me, you know what, we all are like that, me, myself and I. And then suddenly in my religion the I must die for the Holy Spirit to be in my to be working in myself. But in the Manatech business, I want to tell you, the I or the me must die, because it's not about Relien Faber. It's about the people in this group. It's about the amazing leaders and people to help them to get to the next levels. And I want to show you this book, Start With Why. And this book actually, when I read that, it really went from my head to my heart, where it say, there are a few leaders who choose to inspire rather than to manipulate in order to motivate people. Whether individuals or organizations, every single one of these inspiring leaders think, act, and communicate exactly the same. And you know what? The penny dropped, and I have this peace in my heart for this business, because it's not about me, it's about you. This 270 people that's on the call tonight, it's for us to help you. It's for me to help you and assist you to get to the next level. And yeah, I want to leave you with that and say, you know what, stick close to your upline, get yourself a mentor or a coach and go to the next level. Thank you so much, JP.
Awesome. Thank you, Relien. Appreciate that. Always great to have you share. And yeah, I mean, like, you know, I can just share with everyone, I think from the first time I met you, yeah, you really have an amazing way with people. And I think that's why a lot of people are drawn to you. And I think, yeah, what you're doing is just amazing. So carry on going out there and sowing the seed of hope, you know, to people. So next up, I'm going to ask Mark and Jenny Rosen, who are bronze presidentials, to share. They're all the way from Potch. I'm hoping to be up there in Potch with you guys in 10 days or so. I'm going to confirm it tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, so great to have you guys on the call. You know, they've also, you know, been in Manatech for quite some time. Obviously, I think, yeah, they would have gone presidential last year in 2020, bronze presidential. So yeah, looking forward to what they've got to share this evening. And maybe if you guys can also just share a little bit about your background as well, maybe how you came across Manatech. You know, what you do for Mark, I know you've got quite an interesting thing that you do for a living. You always show me the pictures whenever I see you. So I think everyone's really looking forward to you guys share this evening. So yeah, so the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thanks, JP. And always such a privilege to be on this call. And all the amazing people out there, thank you for being here with us tonight. And I just would like to share with you about my favorite product quickly. I don't know who of you saw my video that I made last year, 2020, about, I was actually baking this cake on a video, and at the end I actually showed everyone what I was using to keep my body in shape, and that was Osaline. So Osaline is definitely the most awesome product, and I won't ever stop using it. It really helped me through lockdown because, you know, when you sit at home, you don't do much and you just eat. And Osaline is definitely my favorite product. And I just would like to share with you also about my why. And I just want to work it like the other way around. I want to just see you from a different perspective. Is that I actually did this because I just also want an extra 5,000 Rand income. And if I what if I didn't say yes to this amazing lady who introduced me to this opportunity, Rulien Faber, and who is my mentor and coach, and who really took me by the hand. Thank you so much for introducing us to this amazing business. And what if I did not accept it? Her invite to join a meeting at Alette Marie's house, then I wouldn't have an extra 5,000, and I wouldn't have been able to done for my children what I did, and I wouldn't have been able to have my own house. What if I did not say yes? So why I'm telling you this is this really changed my life in such a way that I never thought would happen. I just wanted 5,000 extra income, but it actually turned my whole life around. It actually turned my life from down to upside and not from upside to down. So what if this opportunity can do that for you? And that's what I want to ask you tonight, is to go and ask yourself, what if I can have that dream vacation? What if I can have that dream car? Or what if I can help people who are in need? What if you can go and study something that you always wished to do? So this opportunity changed my life, not only with the 5,000, but with so much more. I've been able to do so many things, and in the process, I've got my freedom, I've got my time freedom, I've got a life that I never expected to have. And what if I did not say yes? So I want you to go and look at this the other way around. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be on this call tonight. And I'm going to hand over to Mark, the guy who was not interested, but actually are now the one who's very sharp, to Mark. Thanks.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, JP. Yes, as Jenny said in the beginning, I did not support her at all. I was not interested in Manatech or anything that she wanted to explain to me. At that time, I was still full-time military. Yes, JP, I had a very interesting career in the military. I was 27 years in the military, of which I spent the beginning a lot of in operational units, and thereafter I got involved with bomb disposal and stuff like that. And yes, and that made me very cynical about life because I got used to seeing the bad in people. And that also, I think, made me allergic to Manatech in the beginning. But at that stage when Jenny started, we had a lot of financial debt. We had they say you can only plan your holiday as big as your wallet. So we used to plan our holidays and we go visit family, because it's the cheapest way to do that. And so when she started with the business, I had a few health challenges as well because, I went to interesting faraway places and, picked up a few things here and there. And one of the places I used to go to in the Northern Cape, where you do a lot of exercises, there's a lot of iron ore, and that affected my lungs a lot. And needless to say, when we were in the field, within a few days of being there, I would get very sick, get flu-like symptoms. I was sick for a few days or so, and then I'd carry on. I spent twice a day, or I used twice a day, a chemical medication to let me just function normally. But at the end, it made me act like a zombie. I wasn't very lifelike. After Jenny started with the business, I actually stole some of her OSP packets, those little sachets, and I started using it. And after a few weeks in the field, I noticed, but I'm not sneezing, I'm not having difficulty breathing, and it was the first time in years since high school that I didn't have any, bad effects of being in the field. And that sort of made me think otherwise about Manatech. And that's when Manatech found me. I found myself started talking to people and saying, I've got something that works for this, because a lot of people that worked with me used to get the same type of symptoms and illnesses, and that changed our lives. And to forward a bit, I got to, without knowing it, started getting involved and more involved. And eventually we started doing the business. And one of these days it will be my business, but no, just joking. So we're doing this together as a team. It does, to give the ladies out there some hope. Yes, your husband will eventually see the light and start joining the business. And it makes it fun. We're a good team, I think. We love doing this. We love changing people's lives. The reason why I started doing it was for the health, and then definitely for the finances. But at a certain stage, your why keeps on changing. And if it wasn't for Roline, James, Alette Marie and Quentin von Sail, who are guiding us and helping us on this journey together to success, but not just success and financially wise, but to help people with their health, to help people personally develop. You won't believe this, but Jenny, when she started with Manatech, her English was more for self-defense, and she was very shy. She got the jitters just to speak to 2 or 3 people of her own friends in her own house. So imagine a few years later when she addressed a crowd at the super regionals, speaking fluently English. I'm quite amazed with how she developed through the Manatech system that Louis Leone put in place. And then, of course, as I alluded to earlier on, I said I used to be in the military for 27 years. So I used to be a very good soldier. I could take orders, and I used to give very good orders. I was a sergeant major. I had about 12 to 14 sergeant majors underneath me. And I had a sign above my office door, which used to say, rule number 1, rules of the sergeant major. If the sergeant major is never wrong. Rule number 2 was, if you think the sergeant major is wrong, refer to rule number 1. So I believed that at that stage. I had a very huge ego, and nobody could tell me nothing. Nobody could teach me nothing. I knew everything. And I think a lot of people in life, your egos grow so big that you don't see the smaller things. And the smaller things are actually the things that change you to be a better person or better version of yourself. And as soon as that happened, without realizing it, and it's through books, it's through like the GoPro with Eric Worre, The Magic of Thinking Big, those books that we read actually change you without you realizing it. I started doing funny things like asking for things instead of getting instruction, and saying thank you and all those type of things. So that changed me a lot. And with that, I was offered an opportunity to leave the Defense Force and join another venture where I still do something similar than I used to do, but I have something that I never had in the military, and that is time freedom. And that is something that I think is worth more than any amount of money that you can offer anybody, is to be at home with your family. And I think that is one of the greatest things for success, is to have time freedom. Because you can go speak to the richest person on earth, he does not have time freedom. So with that, I don't know, can I quickly talk about my favorite product? If that's fine, JP?
Yeah, sure, Mark, just quickly, because we
yes, done. Okay, sorry guys. So I had an incident about 6 or 7 months ago. Those who don't know, I had a little shooting accident. I was shot through my leg. With that, it came a lot of spasms and muscle cramps and stuff. And the doctor put me on schedule 6 pills to stop those cramps and spasms, which last about 10 to 15 minutes. And then wonder above wonder, there's this awesome product that Manatech has for athletes. It's called Impact. And within 20 minutes after drinking the Impact, to this day, I have not had one cramp or spasm since then. So thank you so much. That's my bit of my favorite product. And thank you so much, JP. God bless.
Thank you.
Awesome, Mark. Thanks for sharing, man. Yeah, Impact's definitely one of our favorite products as well. I prefer not to be shot though and have to take it, to be honest with you. But I'm glad that, I mean, obviously that I'm very, very grateful that you're okay. It's definitely not something I think anyone on this call would like to experience, and it's unfortunate that that happened. So anyway, so what we've got now next up is Rian and Erica Erasmus, who are going to be sharing with us their branch presidentials. They've also made a massive, massive impact on a lot of people's lives. They've got a big, big group of presidentials in their team as well. So really looking forward to them sharing. They're obviously also going to be sharing about their favorite product, and also about why they're building the business. So over to you, Rian and Erica.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, JP, that I could meet you, and that you are in our lives, and that you help us with your mastermind sessions building this business. And to Quentin and Alet Marie van Zyl, the golden couple, yes, thank you to them as well for their counseling sessions, and to Sylvia de Cavea that introduced us to this product. We are really, truly thankful. So I started this business because I was terribly desperate for anything that could help me regain my health. I had a massive health challenge because I, just being stupid, exercised while having flu. And yes, you always think that you look after your body because you don't smoke and you don't do this or that and the next thing. But actually, I am a very active person, very busy, and I don't eat regularly. So I don't take in enough nutrients to just act as fuel for my body. So that's the main problem that I faced. And then Manatech found me, and I really regained so much more than just my health. I started to just not exist anymore. I dream big. I have a lot of dreams, and it just keeps on coming. So to dream again is something really luxurious. It's a luxury to be able to be, not to just have to meet your demands that life expects of you, but to dream and to look forward to a better future. And definitely that, and not to measure your money, your income, to really have more than enough, to have to give to others, to have enough not to worry about it, and to help other people to get to the level where you are, and then to take as many people with you and to give them hope, to inspire them, to tell them there's another way. You don't have to live the way you live every day. There is definitely another way. So yes, all the Manatech products are my favorite, I have to say, but there's one specific product I think that really makes my heart sing, and that is CardioBalance. So there's a lot to say about this, the science and the formulation. And yes, I can speak about that as well, but the reason why I take CardioBalance isn't because of the formulation or the grand stuff or the big words. It's because of the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel, yes, it's just amazing. But in more practical terms, yes, my heart is a muscle, so everything you take for muscles is good for your heart, but your heart is a specific, special kind of muscle. It's a pump. And what does it do? It distributes all the nutrition, all the oxygen, and all the immune soldiers in your body, from the skin of your skull to the little small toenail of your little toe. And it has to be healthy to do just that, because when my skull, my skin on my skull has enough nutrients, my hair grows. It doesn't fall out. And to me as a woman, it's very important because it is the crown of my head. So it helps my mind to be sharp and my vision to be clear. And it helps my arms and hands to work very efficient. And if I go down, you have to have a very strong, healthy pump, not to just distribute the stuff down to the bottom, but you have to have that same pump get the stuff back up again, and that's even more important. Otherwise, you get some buildup, even somewhere between your legs, or in your legs, or on your legs. And when I use CardioBalance, I can actually feel where I step. I can feel my feet. I can feel what's underneath my feet. I can feel if my toenail starts growing in. What's amazing to me is actually that the skin of my feet are so nourished that my heels doesn't crack anymore. And you know what? It helps me with like stress, the stresses of the day. Like, I am very active. I love working out. It helps with mental and physical stress, and definitely. So who can use this product? I can recommend it to really anyone. It's not a product just for old people with old used up pumps. It's also for children that are very active, for children that wants to pass exams, that needs to work through the stress of writing exams and performing during exams. And then definitely for the older people, to just give your heart that extra service, conditioning. And to me, there's only one intelligent choice to make. And if you have a heart, you truly have to use CardioBalance. So over to Riaan.
Yeah, thank you, JP. Yeah, I would like to start off where I got started in this business. As you heard, Erika had a health challenge, and so we decided that we will buy the products and see what it does for health and whatsoever. Well, the afternoon she came home, and with to my surprise, she told me, I bought the business. I bought into the business. So yeah, it took me some time to get used to it. So in the first 3 months, it was her business. And I saw it growing and growing, and I saw the paychecks coming in and coming in. So I decided, yes, I can join the business. And then, yeah, she started, I won't say hooking me on the products, or she rather tricked me to use the products. She came to me and said, you must take this little capsule, this little white capsule. It's good for your prostate. So as we men do, we take one for the team, and I started using it. So after a few days, I really discovered that I started to feel good. And my temper was a little bit milder. And so, yeah, Plus became a ritual in the morning. She didn't have to chase me anymore with a Plus and say, you have to drink this to keep it up. So I asked her, don't I get Plus this morning? So yeah, from a skeptic to a definite user of the product, believing that the product, seeing that the product makes you feel good. And also at the later stage, I discovered it's gland food. So it feeds all my glands in my body, and it's not hormonal, so it's not bad for my body. So everybody out there, and you can take it both ways. I don't want to be sexist here. You can take it both ways. Men and women can use it. So if your wife's got a little bit of temper, give her some Plus. If the man's got a little bit of temper, give him some more Plus, because that's a product that changed our lives, and I think it saved a lot of problems and arguments in our house as well. So yeah, then lastly, we're doing the business to leave a legacy, just not for ourselves, but for our kids and the people that we touch. So thank you, JP. Over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ren, Erica. Thank you for sharing. Really, really appreciate it. And last up, we're going to have Aletmari Vansel, who's a Gold Presidential Director, sharing with us, obviously, the compensation plan, a little bit about how the business works. So Aletmari, you've got about 15 minutes. I hope that's enough time, but I know you can work quickly. We've always said when we're doing the presentation and coffee shop meetings that if you're taking longer than 15 minutes, you're overcomplicating it. So I'm looking forward to see you do it on the whiteboard. And I see Quentin's also there. I wasn't sure if he was going to be there. So great to see him there as well with you. So yeah, looking forward to this evening, and all over to you guys.
Thank you so much, JP. Yes, you got to work fast, because when the coffee is cold, the people wanted to drink it and go. So thank you so much for everyone who shared this evening. We had good laughs with all the stories. It's wonderful to hear what the products do for people. Quentin's favorite product is also Plus, because it makes him a very nice person to be around.
It's because Aletmari uses Plus. It makes her a much nicer person.
So Quentin's going to start us off quickly about why we started the Manatech business. How did we come across it? You know, what do we love about the business? And then I'm going to go into the actual action plan in your business.
Yes, good evening, guys. Sure, it was an amazing lineup that we had so far, and such wonderful stories and testimonials. Each and every one story, each and every time I hear this story, it just touches me again. So yeah, guys, we started Manatech. Well, actually, like Mark said, and Rian also, Aletmari started this business as well from our side. And I joined later on. I was more than I would rather look after the kids than speak in front of people or go to meetings. I'm a big shy person, and I don't like speaking in front of crowds. So although we are Gold Presidential Directors, it's always still stays a daunting task for us, especially for me. But yeah, I just want to thank JP for this opportunity, and for being our platinum upline, for him and Bertha for everything that they do for us and our team, and also for Bronze Presidential Sylvan Prinsloo for all the mentorship and all the wisdom that he sows into our team as well. Thank you, guys. So yeah, like I said, I was a shy guy, I still am, and what helped me personally is when I saw what the system did to Aletmari. She started to grow ahead of me, if I can say it like that. And then I did a little bit of investigation, and I saw that she was listening to CDs and reading books. And that's when I started taking some of the CDs. And when I go to the farm, I listen to the CDs, and I like the positive, like-minded stuff that I heard on the CDs. You know, you hear presidential stories, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm actually talking about the TOMS. And that's the system program that we've got running that goes hand in hand with a 3-point plan. And that's where I started developing myself, because even like we're standing here today, we are developing ourselves each and every day by the stuff that we read and listen to, and that the people that we associate with. And I didn't know all this stuff. That's what I learned from listening to people like JP and Sylvan and Louis and Leonie and all the other people that's on the Manatech stages, and all the mentors and all the coaches. And something that I never did, I never read. Aletmini read my books in school, in high school, and she told me what's going on in the books, and that's how I wrote my matric exams. And luckily I passed it because I'm a good listener. So yeah, but the system also taught me to read again. Even if you just read 1, 2, or 3 pages each evening, you know, if you just get good habits, that's when your life starts to change, because everything is habits. If you read some biographies, there's a big thing about biographies now going on, and biographies is there to show you that normal people, that they just didn't wake up with a golden spoon or silver spoon in their mouth. They also went through struggles that each and every one of us, even standing here in a small town in the central of South Africa, are going through. And I've read a couple of biographies, and the first one that I actually read was by Sir Richard Branson, Screw It, Let's Do It. And this book made a big impact in my life. So I can really recommend this book. And then the one that I read, and I spoke about it a couple of times during lockdown, is A Man's Search for Meaning by Frankl. Viktor Frankl. This book really taught me a lot, that while we were going through lockdown and we thought that we had it bad, I just realized, man, lockdown is nothing that some people went through, and he succeeded, and he came through everything. It's just your mindset, guys. You just have to change your mindset. You just have to, if you get the right mindset, you can overcome any situation. And then a book that Aletmini just got, and I actually just started reading it this evening, is one about Elon Musk. So I'll tell you a bit later on this one, but I'm excited to read about this. But yeah, guys, if you stick to the system, we're not special people. Aletmini started this business. Eventually, like Mark and like Rian also said, I joined her later on in the business. When I saw it was working, I was a big skeptic, because I thought network is netwerk. You don't get paid, because we were involved in a couple of network marketing companies before Manatech, and we only worked and we did not get paid. So, and I believe why Manatech is working is because we've got a system in place. You need system in everything in life. You need a system in place. So if you want to see more, if you want to learn more, go to 3pointplan.net. You'll find all the information there that you want. And if you just stick to the system, you stick to your upline, you have fun and you tell stories, you'll surely make a success of this business. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. So yeah, when we started, I remember I only met JP a little while after we started with the business. I think JP, it was you that reached out when we went, I think it was director, or was it executive director? So I had to really stumble around, and I think today, you know, most people are so blessed to have an upline to take them by the hand. So if we show you the business plan too fast or too little detail or too much detail, just reach out back to your upline and ask them to help you, because the people that are in the business are in the business a little while longer than you, and they know a little bit more than you. So just reach out, please. But yeah, so we needed to get our products for free, because Jessica had an amazing result on the products. We were told that she would never walk, she would never talk, she would never go to school, and all of a sudden we started seeing her brain develop. And that was such a surprise, because we actually only used the products because it gave her a lot more energy. I didn't have to carry her anymore. But then I realized, you know, there's only one thing better than Manatech products, and that is free Manatech products. So I'm quickly going to run you through how to get your products for free, because I think that's where everybody starts, or most people start. And then we're going to go a little bit further and show you how you help your people to get their products for free. And when they get their products for free, you get an even bigger income. So yeah, you know the famous circle. This is you. And your goal should probably be to, as quickly as possible. I remember JP said a while ago that, let me just see if I can get this camera right. As okay. So if this is you, does it look the right way around? Or is it, I don't know. It seems like it's the right way around. If somebody can just let us know. But your goal should be to get as many customers as quick as possible. And I always say, don't try and get, try and help. Because if you try and get, it's all about you. And you heard Relene speaking so beautifully about, it's not about you, it's about helping people to help yourself. Okay, if you help enough people get what they want, you will get everything that you want. But by reaching for about 500 points or 500 PPV, you should actually start getting a little bit of an income. And normally that little bit of an income is such an exciting part, because then people can start paying for 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe 4 products. Depending on what your customers are using, you will get paid. But roughly, you want to keep in mind that your first goal needs to, or should, or may want to be getting to Club 500 or 500 PPV. Obviously, you can go right down to, I think last month we had an amazing lady who did Club 6,000. And I mean, I was speechless, because that you don't see every day. But I mean, the sky's the limit. Maybe this month we'll have somebody that pushes Club 7,000 or Club 8,000 or Club 10,000. The sky's really the limit. You are not limited on anything that you can personally do. And just the same as you want to try and help some people to become business builders in this business. Because if they start trying to get their products for free and they start going for, if I can just use round numbers, going for Club 1,000 each, you are probably pretty soon going to be at what we call a leadership level, which is around about executive director. So that was what Jenny and Relene called the 5,000 point mark, where we could roughly help them to earn around 5,000 Rand a month. And it really made such a difference in their lives. People don't, I want to say, that they think it's unrealistic if we tell them what a presidential earns. They don't think it's possible. But if you can help somebody and say to them, can I help you to earn an extra 1,000 Rand a month? Or if I can help you to earn an extra 5,000 Rand a month. And for people watching globally, our 5,000 Rand is more or less equal to your 500 pounds or $500 or 500 Australian dollars. If I can help you to earn that little bit extra, would it help the way you live? Would it help the quality of your life? And I can say to you, this point right here is probably what we built most of our business on, because if people can get to here, they're earning an extra 5,000 Rand a month, they're not likely to quit. They are more likely to make the holiday dreams come true. They're more likely to send their kids for all the extra fun activities. They're more likely to be able to afford a newer car or pay off some extra on their house. And that's what we found makes a huge, huge difference. And I think that's why we are so passionate about this business, because we can help people by helping other people to really, really change everybody's lives. Of course, we have the best products. Of course, we have the best compensation plan. I know we're very, very tight for time. So yeah, I just want to say there's loads more. Okay, but we don't stop at 5,000. There is incredible presentations done by JP with PowerPoints, if that's your thing. I prefer the pen and paper. I've never seen it go wrong on a napkin with having a coffee with a friend. And just know that if we can get you to an extra 5,000 to 10,000 Rand in this sort of idea, not exactly, it's, there's like 8, 9 different bonuses. So you definitely are going to qualify for 8, 9 different paychecks in your one paycheck. Eventually, we just need to get you there. So if we can help you to get to this sort of place, an extra 5,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, we definitely know we can just copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste. And eventually your business will really, really start exploding with people adding their side volume. And just imagine if we can help them each to get to Club 1,000. You know, how big a difference would that make in their lives, but also in your life? So I know this is sort of like the artist rendition. I should have warned you. I'm a jewelry designer by trade, goldsmith manufacturer. And yeah, so I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, like I say, JP has got the most awesome PowerPoint presentations. But I think we need to understand that we're not going to get to 50,000 or 20,000 or 10,000 Rand a month if we do not lay the basis and help every business builder to lay the same foundation, help your customers to have a great experience, help your business builders to have a great experience. We all have our little tricks and I want to say cheat methods, but it's really actually just loving and caring, because when people become family, when strangers become friends and friends become family, you know, this business takes a life of its own and it starts giving you real meaning in your life. And I think a lot of us need more meaning in our lives. Maybe you looked at this tonight to, you know, get your kids through school or just buy an extra bread a week. We know some people are going through incredible hardships right now. Maybe you are looking at this opportunity to afford a tutor to help your child with extra classes, or maybe you really, really can't make that credit card payment. We want to say to you, we want to take you by the hand and we want to walk this journey with you. We want to help you to achieve all of your dreams. And we definitely want to take you with us to Mauritius, because that incentive was just launched. JP has done incredible videos on how to launch your incentive very well. So thank you so much, JP, for that. And all I can say is I hope we see you on the islands of the world, because that's where we want to celebrate you and applaud you and have some cocktails and mocktails with you and just have a good time and rest. So JP, thank you so much. Over to you. I hope it was not too little information, but that's what we've got to do tonight.
Awesome, Aletmari. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I think the nice thing about it is just keeping it simple. Very often we can end up complicating things so much when we're going through the plan. And I think there's a lot of resources available. If you're on the call this evening, most of you, if you're brand new, should have worked through the www.manapol, MANNAPOL.biz. There's an overview there where you can sort of go through all the information on the business, the compensation plan, facts about the company and so forth. So, and also there's a lot of resources on product as well, which is on www.manapol.com. That's also available. So just chat to the person who invited you this evening. They can send you the link where there'll be about 3 different videos you can go through. So thank you very much, everyone, for logging in this evening. If there's any questions, please get back to the person who invited you on the call this evening. And I'd like to wish you an incredible day tomorrow and a fantastic weekend. And next week, Thursday, we'll be having this opportunity meeting again. We'll obviously have a different bunch of people on that call. And thank you very much for tuning in this evening. And just quickly, the QR code, I'm just quickly going to do a screen share for those who haven't scanned in, just while we sort of log off the call this evening, and all of you can scan in for those that are on the D Team app. So thank you very much and have an awesome evening.